everyone, I'm Charlene Shirk, and welcome to Social Champions, where we speak to some of the most innovative minds in social media. And joining me today is my co-host, Joseph Frederico from Morristown, New Jersey. Joseph, how are you today?
I'm great, Charlene. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it's good to see you. And then we have all the way from Tel Aviv, Israel, is Liav Rafael Chen with Humanz. Liav, thanks so much for making the time to join us today.
Thank you, guys. Charlene, thank you. Joseph, thank you for having me.
Oh, it is our pleasure. So tell us what you do over there at Humanz and kind of how do you serve your customer base?
Well, Humanz is an influencer marketing platform. It's part of what you know as creator economy, which is a very fast-growing industry. Humanz is here to solve the problems using data. What we offer to our clients, which are brands and agencies, is a faster, safer, and more transparent way to collaborate with content creators and social media influencers in the different social platforms.
So, Liav, what is the main pain point that you and your team solve for your clients?
The biggest pain points of our clients in our field, in influencer marketing, is the transparency and managing creators in high scale. Meaning, when our brands wants to collaborate with influencers, we all know that micro-influencers and nano-influencers are the most authentic personas that you want to hire and work with. And then to get and find them and then onboard them to your campaign, pay them and measure the results. This entire process, what we like to call the manage at high scale, is where our clients have a lot of pains. The payment solution, the payout solutions, and the measurement solutions are part of that high scale management process, and that's what we solve with our software.
I certainly understand that in a digital world, again, post-COVID, there must be so many challenges. What do you foresee being the biggest challenge within your industry going forward now that we're post-pandemic?
It's a great question, actually. I'm thinking about it like the majority of my time in the last 6 months at least. And what I have in mind and my team is working on is basically the increased competition across all the industries and the shorter hype cycles. Meaning that the barriers to entry for almost all businesses are disappearing and competition is coming from all angles, international, D2C, influencer-led businesses, etc. So just like the media become incredibly fragmented, so will the shopping experience. And cutting through the noise and holding on to customers will be harder than it was before, especially now after COVID, when the online and the online shop experiences are like the first goal for the marketers.
Liav, let me ask you this. Before it was I'm an influencer and I reach out to a brand or I tag a brand and a brand notices me and I'm kind of out there on my own. Now there are all of these this cottage industry companies like yours who are playing kind of the broker role, if you will, between the brand and the influencer and managing all of that work in between. Have things changed now for that one person who has a big following and who wants to be an influencer? Is that kind of old news now? Do they need to start working with companies like yours to really be able to make those big dollars and get that visibility?
That's a wonderful question, Charlene. And my take on that and our philosophy as humans is that we don't want to serve individuals or just the brands or just the agencies using the platform, but we want to create the ecosystem. And what I mean by that is everyone can influence. That's exactly our philosophy. If you have 500 followers or 5 million followers, you can definitely influence on your community. It can be in specific category with specific, needs, but then you can still do something and leverage your social power. And we're here as social champions, and that's exactly the place to say that we stand for the smaller and the smallest entities as influencers. And if you want to jump into our mobile app and see how you can leverage your power, you can definitely do it. It's not that you have to work with my company; rather, you need to be in the community to get easier path towards monetization.
Well, that's what I wanted to know, and I was going to kind of hold your feet to the fire a little bit more. Monetization. So I can influence a community, but am I going to make money from my influential powers? Do I need to start? Would your advice be to find an organization like yours that can help you leverage yourself on a grander scale?
So I would recommend for anybody who's willing to become social champion, first of all, to find the niche. After you have your niche and you create content and you gather certain engagement from your followers and audiences, then definitely, yes, try to find the best way for you to leverage it in the most authentic way, because it's very easy to be too commercialized, or over commercialized in your social channels. And that's exactly what we stand for as humans. We want to make sure that the influencers and the creators are having the best way to monetize and most authentic one as well. So it won't be too commercialized and will destroy your power.
All right, we've got 1 minute left, and I do want to ask that last question. If you want to be an influencer, what would be your best tip? And Joseph, if you've got a question you want to tag team on that one, feel free. I guess he doesn't have a question.
So
he's good.
That's fine. So Sharon, I want to answer. If you want to be an influencer, and then the tip there, and then a tip for digital marketing. So when it comes to influencer, as I mentioned, to find your niche, to find your sweet spot where you like to create your content and where you see from data perspective that you get very good engagement, and just stick to it. Stay truth with yourself and with the content that you're producing. And in that way, as we see with micro and with the biggest celebrities in the US, it will work. It will gather the authenticity around you, and you can make it. You just need to stay very authentic with yourself. When it comes to digital marketing, my tip is for the marketers, don't forget that there are humans at the end of the clicks on the other side. I mean, humans can become your most powerful marketing engine, and looking on everything through a spreadsheet or dashboard, it leaves you exposed to blind spots. So we are all pro data, but always remember that you have person and humans on the other side of the clicks.
Oh, that's a great way to end this interview. Don't forget, it's all still about the people at the end of that computer. Liav, thank you so much for joining us today on Social Champions. Great job.
It's my honor, guys. Thank you so much for having me.
And Joseph, thanks so much for joining us today. Always good to see you as a co-host.
Thank you for having me. What a great conversation.
I know, we learned a lot. And if you'd like to learn more about what they're doing at Humanz, you can start by checking them out on dailyadbrief.com. Well, I'm your co-host, Charlene Shirk of Social Champions, and we look forward to learning something new with you next time.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.